Alright, so we have finally made it out on a dry day, considering it's been raining I don't know, the whole last week, 7 days-ish. At AACC, this is where I went to college, and yeah, we are here to fly the new camera, which hopefully everything turned out, and you'll already know that it's a drone. So did not expect to get this. I am going to ride around here, try to find a nice little spot to stop and start getting some footage. So let's see what we can find, and I'll talk more when we find that spot. Like a few heavy clouds. Hopefully we don't get rained on. Right back where we started. Alright, so yes, we are making it out to film with a new camera and see what happens. I have had the drone for about a week thus far. It's been raining most of the time. When I've been getting out, I've been trying to figure out how to make it, well, how to use it just in general. But unfortunately, I have already crashed it, and it was late last night and not stoked, but got it working. So we are going to see if we can get some footage here. But look at this sweet moth. Seems like I was in traffic a little bit longer than I thought because the battery just died in the GoPro. But getting everything set up, and then we will take flight. Alright, so I just remembered while I'm getting this ready to fly that since I crashed it, luckily I was able to get it back together, but there's going to be an annoying beep or siren essentially telling me that some of the sensors don't work because I cracked them. Let's see if I can turn that off really quick. And we're off. So, this is the fun AACC. I guess you guys are going to be seeing the footage from this, so I don't have to worry about looking up or looking at the monitor. But yeah, so this is super fun. This camera is way cooler than I ever kind of expected. Try to ND filter, but it looks like some stuff is still overexposed. But yeah, this thing's freaking sweet. Did not expect to get this. Luckily, my dad decided to give this to my wife and I. He is a lot more into drones than we have been, but he decided to upgrade, and we have been talking about getting one. My dad and I are quite different on the aspect of, well, we both like to keep stuff as nice as possible for as long as possible, but I am definitely a little bit more on the willing to risk stuff, and why not use it for what it's designed for. But essentially he had this thing for such a long time and never crashed it, but why wouldn't his son crash it? Also, I am using my Hero11. I finally got it back and super excited because I am super thankful that Amir let me use his Hero 9, but the 10-bit color, even though I don't color grade, is definitely a bit different, and I am just super happy to have my Hero 11 back because I think the color for not color grading looks so much better. So fun little fact, let's see, right there in pretty much the center of the screen right now, when I was here taking business management, I taught someone how to bunny hop a BMX bike for my final in that class, and I got an A in that class, and so excited. That was actually a lot of fun. The teacher was so cool and like learned so much in that class in personal financing, even though it may not seem like it. Just having so much fun flying around. Go over here, go up a little bit, and show you guys around and just try to get used to this thing. So the reason why I crashed this, well, first off, that's the telescope. If you guys take a, this is so cool, I just got notified that there was a airplane flying past, but that building right there is where the telescope is. If you guys take any space classes here, and you get to essentially look at the stars and everything. But going to fly back over here. One thing that I did have to download is a like flying class or flying app, and it tells you essentially where you're allowed to fly. So I looked for here to just make sure that I could not get in trouble, as well as you can actually take classes here and learn how to fly these things. And then also back on the aspect of why I crashed this is due to the fact that this definitely kind of like controls more like a boat rather than an RC car. When I let off the throttles and everything of accelerating up, I thought it was just going to stop, but it did not. It kept traveling like a boat does and crashed right into a tree branch. So that's fine. But as you guys can see, it is not beeping at me, which is super nice. I don't know if you guys can see the airplane or not, but there's a Southwest airplane flying over there. This is just so sick. Like, I feel like I can't actually function and talk while doing this, so I'm probably just gonna take my helmet off and enjoy flying around and seeing what I can find. But before that, if you guys are thinking of getting a drone, definitely just be careful with it. It's easier than I thought to control, but also it's a lot easier to crash it too. But luckily it's all fine, just don't have a couple of the sensors, so gonna let it rest for a second and then get some more filming in. But yeah, how sweet is this? I'm excited to use this on some new videos and kind of like explain the scenery around as well. I need to stop saying as well as. But it's going to be really fun because I like the kind of linear, the 360 camera is cool, but I don't like how bubbly it gets, which is why I like POV so much, as well as you get to actually see what I'm seeing. Let's get this bad boy back up in the air. But with this now, I'll be able to show you guys in a linear aspect where we are, like where we ride to, cool things about it. Let's see, where are we looking at? There's the cafeteria. So I don't know how far this can actually go without getting lost. I 100% don't want to crash this again, because I was pretty heartbroken. You get used to the controls. But yeah, there's all the fields, there's the track, and over there is the West Campus, but the bottom center of your screen, there's a cool little bridge that takes you across. So, bring it back to me, getting a little bit windy, but yeah, that's basically just going to be overlaying all my random talking on different clips of flying around. I am definitely in the learning stage of this, but this will be fun. I hope you guys like all the footage that's going to be coming out of this in the future. Like I said, I'm going to stop rambling, take my helmet off, and go fly this thing. Okay, so we are back on the bike, trying to go find some place to take a thumbnail for you guys. I feel like I may just come back to there. But yeah, first thoughts are just, it's sweet. Like, obviously there's no other footage like it unless you're actually in a helicopter. It's awesome. It is super nerve-wracking because you have to make sure you're like abiding by all the rules of different places. Luckily here, I feel like since they're offering classes and the app that I have just basically says don't go over 400 feet, that it's a good spot. I am very afraid to crash it again, which I do not want to do, but I mean, I feel like it's inevitable. Flying something and getting used to it, as well as, like I said, like when you stop the controls, it doesn't just stop, it like still travels a good distance until it finally stops. Ooh, maybe that wall. Here we go. Looks to be a pretty little wall. So another thing about it is it adds so much weight to my backpack. I guess it was kind of silly not thinking that I was going to add weight, but there's definitely a good amount of weight. Well, going off on a tangent, I am so psyched on how the seat is now with a modified seat bracket. I'm really enjoying it. It is definitely a little bit more comfortable and just adds that little bit more style. Did not think about that. Okay guys, let's hope for the best. Okay, we did it. Let's see, let's come back here. Go up, back, back while turning. Let's model and look good. Alright, so took the video, switching to camera, and it is super dark. So let's change that, tilt it down a little bit, look back up, cheese. So yeah, super excited. Let's change this back to video because if I crash it again, I would like to have it on video because I did not have the first one. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out. Let's go down some more, a little rotating this way. Okay, so if you guys have liked this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.